So, step 1. Step 1, pull out first object and write its value somewhere. Okay. We basically want to check we want to duplicate it. One of them will write its value into the checker. So like this, I think. Yeah. And then one of them will be held as the element, the other way held as a counter. So I don't know which is which. I don't know which would make more sense. But one of them will be held as the counter, one of them will be held as the element. So like one of them will be just set to equal the value of 1. So let's just say the top one is the counter, the bottom one is the element. Right. A counter will always... I feel like the bottom will be the counter actually. The top would be the top will always show up as some value. The top... Well, that's not true. An element... Yeah, no, that's not true. Wait. No, I'm not entirely sure anymore. It needs to add 1 to its value. It needs to add 1 to the value. So, okay. So actually, I think it's the other way around. Wait, no. This will always check its own value. It's not gonna work. The element has to be the one that does the writing downstairs. But how does the element get held in place? The element is this object. Element... Oh gosh, how do I even build this machine? I don't actually know how to build this machine. I just realized. Can't build it. No, I need to think about this. This has been such a nothing bug of an episode. I feel like a nullifier could be useful here. Just to work as like... Well, I don't know. See, the issue is I need to figure out whether this value is a 0 or not. Actually, that's not really true, is it? No, in fact, I don't think that's actually true. Huh. Hold on. I think I might have another idea here. What if I had a conveyor that starts off sending this sort of thing? So it starts off by sending the duplicate. It starts off by sending the duplicate. I don't think I wanted this. I think I still wanted it the other way around. Yeah. Wait, yeah. I still wanted the other way around. Then whatever comes out next will not go up through the duplicate anymore, will just go down through the tester. And this can be reactivated if this ever becomes a 0. Then a new element will be selected. I think that makes sense, right? So like, if this is equal, if they are equal, then this +1s. If not, it will -1. Or it will be set to equal, it will set to be -1 or +1. So like by default it will be set to, if this passes, it'll go down here and be a -1. If this fails, it'll go up here and stay as a +1. Wait, no. If they're equal, then it should +1. Okay. If they're not equal, then they should -1. Okay, we can just add a conveyor here to do this. So right now, this would be set to equal +1. So you have your element and your count here. Okay, and then we could have the caller be here. So the next thing will come out through here, right? And this is not equal to, so it acts as a -1. Issue is that whenever 0 occurs, then you get some weird stuff going on here. Like, how will I know when 0 occurs? If it's stuck in the obstructor, I can't just select, I can't just, you know. I feel like what I should do is not have you first. What I should do is have this be held in a loop. I think a loop like this makes sense. That is released by, I think, you. So this and this occur at the same time, right? Oh no, these two occur at the same time. Geez, there's gonna be quite a lot of waiting time here, I think. Honestly, I can make it better by simply having another obstructor here that waits like 2 cycles. So like, yeah, so then they will match each other here. A B sensor can activate this. So then this will release for a turn. Yeah, and then we can check for 0 in this loop. Yeah, just check for 0 in this loop, I guess. And if 0 occurs in this loop, this will be activated to be removed. And then this will also be activated to reset. So we need an unequal to 0 to actually activate this guy over here. So we want this to be back to state A when it's equal 0, or aka state B when this is equal to not 0. So like this, right, basically. You want this, you get that, you get this. This will count and check whether it's 0. If it is 0, then this will release and a new element will come in. If it isn't 0, this happens. And I guess theoretically it should check here first before calling on the next thing, but you can always call another thing here. There will not always be something being called out. Oh no, wait. This B will never actually come on a new... Oh. Oof. Okay, I guess not then. Right. What about the other way around? What if I lengthened it? I made it so that the opposite occurs. So like this happens before going into the loop. This thing itself goes into a loop. This turns left. Oh, so I guess I should go down here. This will be set into here, I think. Yeah, and then this one will activate a conveyor that goes out. Like this? I think this works? I don't know. So this will do this will do that one check. This will set here. Now this will release this will do that one check. For 0, and if it actually does, this will be thrown away. This will reset this to select a new element. Ah, but that releaser has to be around like I think here, I think. Yeah, it has to be here. Okay. Okay. Does it really matter? Hold on, actually, does it actually matter? Yes, it does. Uh-oh, clash. Oh gosh, okay. It does matter. Oh gosh, the orientation of this kind of sucks, to be fully honest. Like, if anything, I sort of want this instead, I think. No, this will turn right. Okay. I want this conveyor to come right before here, so it's like here and this. The problem is that this this conveyor should be here, I guess. Okay, I mean, I can always rearrange stuff around. So like, I can set it to be... Okay, let's get rid of all the wiring. I can set it to look like this instead. And this one connects to you. Yeah, and then this conveyor will be here. This will turn right by default, so the conveyor should turn left and turn off until activated. Okay, I guess this should be somewhere else. Here, go away. There you go. Okay. And then this activates this guy. This is activated by this guy. You use a blue wire for that. And then this activates this as per usual. So here you get a release. Wait, what? No, this... Oh. Why are they not connected? There you go. So these activate each other. This will activate you. You guys will check against each other. That's why the blue wire is there. This will release if not equal to 0. Or this will reset if not equal to 0. Okay. So this technically should work, right? Check, yes. New thing comes out. So there you go. New element with a new count. 0 again. So yeah, at the very end of this you'll get some weird count, and I think like the element here will be 133, which is the slash. However, if you get a hashtag, what value will you get? Oh wait, what? You get the most recent value. Oh. Yeah, you get the most recent value. And then after 151, it doesn't really work out anymore. Oh, but if this is 0, wait. That's 0, but is that 0 on like... Is that 0 really a 0? A 0 throws it away, right? It's like, that's interesting. Okay, let's try another hashtag and we'll see if that works. Is it still gonna be a 0? No, now it's a 1. Look at that. Yeah, it's a 1. It's a... Wait! The hashtag sets it back to 0? No. I am not going to believe that. What the heck? Wait, what's going on here? Oh my gosh. This also says it's a 0. Do they all set it back to 0 somehow? If there's no majority, it's a 0? Okay, I know you eventually get like a huge number because this hashtag keeps running. Is it actually? Oh my gosh, it actually becomes a 0. Wait, that doesn't feel right. That feels like cheating. I don't think that's how this algorithm is supposed to work. Is it? Did I just build an algorithm that works? What? No. Wait, that's not a hash. That's not a hash. What's the value of a hash? 132. Oh my god, yeah, it keeps a hash. And there are counts of... There's a positive count of hash. Wait, I misread that as a hash. That's just a not equal to sign. Wow, it does set it back to 0. This machine is insane. Of course, there's a lot more stuff that I have to work around here, but this machine works. If this is equal to 0... Okay. So of course, more stuff has to happen. But I can definitely work with that. I think it's time for a new episode at that point though, but I really want to just check this out. Maybe I could just edit, so... What time is it? Yeah, alright. Let's build this. I'll separate this into 2 episodes and then... Yeah. Or I'll just cut out all the parts where I'm just silent. That's a lot harder for me to do. I do really want to like start working on this already though, so let's actually just do this right now. Okay. This machine mostly works. I just need to settle this thing, whatever comes out of here. Whatever comes out of here by default just goes straight in the trash. However, there are a couple reasons why this wouldn't go straight in the trash. Number one, if a 151 is detected, that would activate you to be somewhere else. So maybe up here. Or maybe down here, I think. I think this 0 is also important. I also need the fact that this is 0. So if this is a 0, that means there is no majority, and this object will just become a hash. Okay. So let's just make a huge wire that goes around here that doesn't obstruct anything. This will be by default going to the rejection, the recycler. But if a 151 is detected, this will send out the new object. A 151 will always come out. At the end of the cycle, no matter how many things you pull out, it will always be a 151. So this will always be reset to a down. Okay, good. This 0 will activate another conveyor here. By default, if it's not 0, then a majority has been selected. That majority will just get thrown into here. Of course, it needs to be colored by nothing. If it isn't 0, and it goes in here, it just has to equal 151. I guess it could also be colored as 0. And then I guess this works. Okay, so fine, we'll do it with this test case. This is an A, right? So A is the number 100, makes sense. This is not a 0. And if it's not a 0, this will come out here. Wait. Oh, only 0 gets thrown out. Ooh. I guess a 151... Wait, no, we're not done yet. A 151 should also activate this guy, I think. Yeah, because otherwise it's never going to go out. You just get this mess. You get a bunch of 151s, and then it's all going to cancel this back to 0, which sucks. That's wrong. At the end of this, you're always going to get a hash, right? Yeah, you get a hash eventually, because you always get this value back down to 0. And then that will just activate this. So this should also be activated when a 151 is hit. I can probably do that with like red wiring or blue wiring. I think if I just drew a blue straight line here, it works. So a 151 over here activates this guy and nothing else because nothing here. Yeah. And then this will go down. What? Oh, this reactivates it. Oops. Oh, that's kind of messed up. Huh. That's a problem. Right, I only control this to throw out when a 0 is detected. I need this to throw out if a 0 or 151. This 0 shouldn't do its job at that point. That's a mistake. Huh. But how do I get that to work? 0 throws it out. Of course 0 throws it out. Yeah, 0 throws it out. What if I made this open? Unless a non... I mean, it's the exact same. I did the opposite, so no. Something else has to happen here. There has to be a very, very special case. Where this sensor isn't hit when a 151 is detected. I could probably work with that. I could probably try and make a machine that does that. Like this 151 can additionally have a sensor here that throws away the thing before it could do any more damage. That's gonna be pretty cramped. Like a 151 just gets rid of everything. Like I can do it here, right? Why do I do it here? This connects to what now? Oh, the non-zero sensor. Yeah. So a 151 also activates another conveyor here. That just throws away the thing if a 151 is sensed. Like this. So like, if a 151 eventually gets sensed, which is about now, this gets thrown away. Oh, but yes, then this will be released. Ah. What? Right, because this is not a 0, because the 151... Oh, this value, this thing itself also has to throw itself away. Where can I do this? Here? I mean, this doesn't have to be here anymore, right? Yeah, because... Okay. Like, at this point, nothing's gonna activate this guy except this B. And if it does, this will reset this to the wrong position. Like... This B can occur here, I think. Yeah, absolutely fine, I think. Nope. Why? Is this B also activates this? Yeah, I see. Wait. Oh, the timings are wonky. Okay, what about now? Still works. Oh my goodness, what the heck? No. Doesn't work anymore. What? Right, they don't merge because timings are off. Why did it work with a 4 cycle so well? Is it because this also has to be a 6 cycle? Ah, yeah, it does have to be a 6 cycle as well. This is supposed to be the same cycle, but of course because they are running in parallel. And then here I could have... Oh my gosh, I could have yet another sensor over here that just detects this. So by right, it should activate you. By left, it should turn left and get rid of it as well. Okay, that's clearly wrong. Oh, what the heck. Right, because it's B sensor. Oh, the B sensor shouldn't activate this. The 151 sensor should. Crap, that means the red wire has to bypass this. Okay, I could do that if this were blue and everything... Wait, what? No. This has to be activated by red. Okay. What? This is activated by... This is activated by this. Okay. I see. But this has to be activated by this. Question, can that be placed somewhere else? Maybe. It can. If... but the problem is that this being on the outside makes a lot more sense. Okay, another thing I could do is just avoid this B with the blue wire. Can pretty easily do that by just not touching it. This needs to activate U as well though. Can I just connect? Can I just connect to red? Can I just do this? I could. Yeah. Okay, this is not very elegant, but there you go. Ta-da! That's an A. Oh, actually that just sends it out. Oh, okay. Does it just work all the time? Does it really just work all the time now? I feel like we're gonna hit something somewhere. Yes. This sends out a Q even though... Wait, why doesn't this get sent in as a... Wait, why doesn't this get sent in as a... Wait, why isn't this... Wait, why is this activated by... Oh, this is activated by this being equal to 0. This should be activated by... it not being equal to 0? It should be the other way around, right? No. Wait, yes? I'm confused. Yeah, I mean, this works, but does it always work? Nope. What? Wait, hold on. Whatever activates this guy is just not any of these anymore. Huh? Okay, hold on, what? Wait a minute. Okay, if this count... Oh, it's a -1 sensor, I think. It's a -1 sensor. It's another sensor. It's a separate sensor. Yeah, it's a separate sensor. Okay. It's no longer a 0 because we didn't count this 1 from the 151. It's a negative... Is it a -1 sensor or is it a +1 sensor? I don't actually know. This just senses for the value of -1 or +1, I think. Yeah. And if it is +1, it means that it was 0 before. Meaning that that activates and turns into a 151. But instead, if it were this, you wouldn't get a 1, so this would stay unactivated. There you go. Okay. So does this work now? No, what? Okay, well clearly something's wrong here. Wait, what? Why is this no longer in sync? Oh, the -1 wasn't... Oh, what? Wait. So clearly my machine doesn't work. This brings you to a 0. This 104 will bring you to a 1. It's just that this 118 over here is not held in time. It's just thrown out too early. I think it's probably because of this 0 detector. Huh. That's why there needs to be an obstructor here that holds it in place to just be released at the same time as everything else. Why in the world did this previous one work? Would have been thrown away actually. Wait, so something about the 151 coming out also led this to be here in here. So like here, this thing was activated by a stray 151. Is it this? Yeah, that just pushes it out. What? Okay. Why does this happen though? Is it an odd thing to do with like the number of cycles? And like here, for some weird reason, 104 is not detected as a new element. So 103 subtracts by 1. Wait, why did that 104 come out? It was because of this. Wait, but isn't that what is supposed to happen? Didn't that happen previously? Huh. Okay. It's 120. 120 is a new element. 0. 0 does this. Wait, but for some reason this doesn't work? 118. 118 is a new element. Okay. This is held in place. It needs to be held in by it just needs to be held in by something. Why didn't this problem occur in the past? What? Like... Oh, what the heck? This is activated the same as this. These two keep syncing up with each other. Why isn't that a problem in the past? Why wasn't it a problem here? It got thrown away. Oh, is it because things got thrown away? This thing is held because it didn't get thrown. It didn't get thrown away here. Wait, what about any time it wasn't thrown away? This thing got thrown away. I need to like rewatch everything. Like from here on, I just need to start watching this from the very beginning. Here, yeah, here it keeps syncing with itself, but why is that not a problem? Syncs with itself, syncs with itself. Eventually it stops syncing with itself. It just stops syncing with itself. This happens. That's why. But at the end of the next case, that sync continues to occur with the letter D. Because why? Because we are at a value of 1. Then we have this. This stays. Okay. This gets thrown out. Why? Wait, even if it did get thrown out, why is... Yeah, no. This 118 is thrown. This 151, that's why. 151... What if I just made it later? Honestly, like, actually, why if I just made it later? Why if I just pull it out later? Would that break things? Yes, because this and this are connected. So really, these two should also swap. Okay, I'm getting into real jank territory here. What? Oh yeah. Wait, what? Wait, what? I was getting thrown. Oh, right. This guy. It's supposed to look like this. Everything keeps getting thrown out. Okay. What? See, that is always gonna give me an issue here. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna end off the episode right now. I think we already made enough problems for ourselves. This is as good as it gets, right? What? Oh, because of this, right? This should be as good as it gets. Yeah. And then for some reason, things break here. It works for everything that has a majority. I think. Yes. It stops working for things that don't have a majority. So we have to work on that either as an edge case or find a better setup that works better. Alright, well, I guess that's gonna be how I work with this then. I'm gonna like maybe think about this and then we'll move on next episode. Alright, so yeah, good enough I guess. Alright. I keep saying alright, anyway. Yep, gonna move on next episode. Until then though, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.